So welcome to Lifewave. And like it says there, Todd.
90 days of focus can change your life in 2024, and we absolutely know that
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
we absolutely do. And so if you have pen and paper, grab that out. You don't just want to leave your business to memory. That is one thing that we've learned in this business. And so for us, we're from the Cincinnati, Ohio area. Just very briefly, we got started with this company because I needed it for my health. And it very quickly has turned into an income for us here. So we're going to be going over some steps to get your business started. If you have your phone, you can screenshot some of these things. We're going to go fast, but Steve's got the replay. So don't worry about it if we're going too fast. So what do we really do here? It's very simple. We do three things. We share, we follow up, and we invite. And truly, if you can become brilliant at those three things, you can build a LifeWave business. And so let's take a look at the first thing. This is something that's going to get you moving, right? Because the beauty of this business is we don't have a boss, okay? But that can also be the drawback because it does take self-discipline to do this. And your purpose, your why, really think about it. What is your purpose for working LifeWave as a business? Is it debt? Is it time with family? Are you looking for supplemental income? Maybe it's just being around this amazing community, the culture. Maybe you're looking for significance or really wanting to give back in bigger ways. So really think about your purpose and, what are you willing to sacrifice other than obviously faith, family, current position if you're working to make this work? It could be something like binge TV, sports, golf, Netflix, something like that, because it does take time to do this business, but your purpose is going to get you out there. So your first step is really make your list. Who do you know? So we always say, your top 10, we want you to get those right now, right in front of you. And those could be people that you have influence with, people in your warm market, people that you know around you, your family, your neighbors, the great thing about this is we're not selling, we're sharing a great thing, right? We're sharing the amazing things that these patches have done for us. All of those people there are people that you could reach out to on your list and people that you're around every single day. And then right here, write this website down, build331.com. We love this website. It's got 9 steps to success. It's very simple and it talks about the 331 system. So Todd's going to go to that. And what does 331 mean? That just means that we're sharing our X39 or our patches with 3 people a day. We're telling them about it. We're out in the market. We're sharing with the people that we know, or we're picking up the phone and we're sharing what these things have done for us because most people have never heard of them. So 331, we're sharing with 3 people a day. We're following up with 3 people a day. Maybe we've shared with someone, we want to reach back around, see if they've had a chance to check it out. And then the 1 is we're inviting people to an upcoming Zoom, or we're inviting them to get on a 3-way call, which means they're just finding out. We're inviting them to find out more. So how do you share? Very simply, what were you doing before you started the X39 or the patches? What was your health like? And Steve's got his cat right there. I know the cat even has a story with X39. So what were you doing before the X39? What did you do? You put the patch on, and what were your results? And then what are you doing now? How are you feeling now? You want to share that excitement and then let them know what we have on our hands. This is a patented wearable technology that is changing people's lives in an explosive market where most people have never heard of it. And then these are some word choices. I know there's a lot on this page, so don't get overwhelmed. If you have your phone, go ahead, take a little screenshot of this, or like we said, Steve will have this on the recording as well, but just be enthusiastic about it. Some people say, well, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to people. Just keep it simple. Ask them, what do you know about stem cells? Or are you suffering from any signs of aging? There's a question for you right there. You could ask that. Are you suffering from any signs of aging? And I can tell you're going to get people to say, oh my gosh, yes, let me tell you about this ache or pain or this, my back, my knees, my hip, everything that's going on. And then I know there's a lot here, but this is also going to be on the recording, but we wanted to give you a little bit of a script. So when you're reaching out to talk to someone, you're really just getting general conversation going and then asking them, hey, have you ever heard of the phototherapy patches? Or have you ever heard of the stem cell reactivation patches? Share a little bit of your story, what it's done for you. And then you could say, hey, if I send you a website, would you check it out? Okay, great. You know, we use that a lot. Understand, if this was about selling raffle tickets or candles for my kids, I'd have hives. I wouldn't even go out of my house. Like, I wouldn't want to do it. But you're sharing this patch that changes people's lives. So we like to tell people to check the videos out on thisisit.info.com and then ask them what works best to follow up. Or you can see on there, I say, hey, are you free Tuesday night at 9 o'clock? Friends of mine are doing an informational webinar. I think it'd be really great value, and I'd love to have you check it out. So this just kind of walks you through the process of sharing. And then it all comes down to this. This is really a great website. So whether we're sharing with a chiropractor or a next door neighbor or my mom and dad, I'm sending them this website to check out. I share my story and then I say, hey, check this website out. Thisisit.info.com. This has everything that we need to share the amazing thing about the X39 patch.
All right. So bulletproof shield, a lot of people get hung up on what to say, or they're afraid they won't speak up because they're kind of afraid or leery that someone's going to hit them with a question that they can't answer. Okay. So don't worry about all the science, everything that David Schmidt knows, right, in formulating these great products. Don't worry about that. Okay. Because you don't have to be the scientist. You don't have to be the inventor, because what you can do is you can, in order to handle objections, surround yourself constantly. Just picture there's this bulletproof shield around you. Okay. You have, there at the top, you have, okay, who is David Schmidt, right? You can study those things, right? Who is David Schmidt? He has 180 plus patents, right? He's the inventor, the founder of the company, and all of his accolades and things that he is known for. You have the fact that there is, a 30 and a 90-day money back guarantee based on, on what you order up front and things like that. So just knowing anytime there's a money back guarantee, that means that if they don't like it or whatever, they always have that half a foot out the door, right? And then your story, your story plus two others. We always say, facts tell, but stories sell. And your story, no one can take that away from you. You can have the most skeptical person in the world, someone that's just trying to grill you on all the questions, right? But if you have a powerful story and know a couple others, I mean, just on this team right here, with Steve and Yana, holy cow, we hear new stories every day. And then outside of this team, we hear stories. So we have so many stories we can share. No one can take your story away from you. Okay. Whatever, it's like my 10-year neck pain went away in 10 days. No one can say, no, it didn't. It happened to me. I know that. Right. And then, when you look at, again, this is it, info.com, you see all the clinical studies, you see all the science and the information on all the patents. So that is your bulletproof shield, or Lifewave shield of confidence. Achieving manager. This is so important. And this is really your first level of leadership. And you don't want to overcomplicate it. It's simply finding 4 that want to do this with you, either with just products or they want to use the products, but also share. You find 4 people that sign up at that minimal entry level at silver, 4 silvers, and 2 on your left team and 2 on your right team. That will get you to manager. We've had people do that in an hour's time. Okay. And some people, they take maybe a week, a month, whatever. It doesn't matter how long it takes you. You get there whenever you choose to get there, really. Very important to be on auto ship, because the volume that is being built on you in your organization, for you to maximize that volume, which will in turn equal or turn into a paycheck, whatever your paycheck is. okay, for you to capitalize on that, you have to be active, okay, which means you're on auto ship just for one sleeve of patches. 1 30-day supply of patches is all you need. Okay, now once you get to manager, then that becomes 2 patches a month. That is a very low bar, very low bar, especially what we've seen in the past. Sometimes, we've seen in the past where you have to do $1,000 every 2 weeks of personal volume. So this isn't anywhere close to that. Very low bar and very achievable for everyone taking a look at this tonight, and anyone who is signed up or getting signed up. So as far as getting to manager, again, 2 on your left, 2 on your right. The number one step there, who are your top 10 people you're thinking about right now? Don't accept your own excuse in, I just don't know anyone, or I'm just not a people person. Okay. It's not take away, who do I want to sell to? It's not who do I want to sell to? Who do I want to help? Right? Who do I want to bless with this, with these amazing products and with this opportunity? Okay. So think about, instead of thinking, okay, I got to make a list. No, tell you what, don't make a list. Just write a bunch of names down of people you know. Okay. Sometimes you have to trick your mind. That it's as simple as that. Okay. Number 2, connect, then ask somewhat of a random question, but what do you know about stem cell therapy or light therapy? Okay. Great conversation starter. Okay. Just get good at asking questions. And then if interested, send a short video like Shan was saying earlier, just say, hey, I'll make it real simple. If I send you a video, would you watch it? I haven't had anyone say, nope, not going to watch it. I haven't had anybody say that. So just get good at saying that. And then number 4, do you have a quick 5 minutes to chat today between 10 and 12? Just give a time frame so I can explain my excitement and why I thought of you. Okay. So that's just a quick training on that. I'm going to hand over to our great friend and leader, Mr. Jason Miller.
All right. Well, thank you guys. And Todd, I think okay, there we go. All right. Well, I'm going to be talking about a little bit about the compensation plan and how you can earn 4 ways to earn commissions with Lifewave. And it's absolutely fantastic. The first way is going to be retail profit. And that's awesome because in the beginning, you're going to be earning a little more of this than the other ways. Okay. And so as a retail customer, when you move product to a retail customer, like for example, a sleeve of the X39 that's going to sell for $149, you actually profit $50 out of that. For preferred customers, you're going to earn a commission of approximately $20 for every order on, as your customer is going to pay $99. So as they get a little bit of a discount, you earn just a slight bit less, but overall, it averages out fantastic. And as people come on as whether it's retail or as preferred customers, you're going to find yourself earning some really nice money up front from a commission standpoint. Okay. And then, of course, and we love our customers. So you're going to find yourself grabbing a lot of what we call PCs, your preferred customers. So enjoy that aspect of the business. It's fantastic. And then the number 2 is every time you bring on someone every time you bring someone on as a brand partner, as a brand partner, you're going to receive a product introduction bonus, what we call a PIB. And so for every one of these levels, we typically recommend silver, gold, or diamond. But you can see that just below where it has the description. So for, let's say, bronze, it's $15. For silver, it's $50. For gold, it's $100 where it says. So you're going to get $100 every time you bring on a gold for a gold brand partner. And so that's fantastic. So when they come on at $499, they get 5 sleeves plus 1 legacy sleeve, and then they're going to get $100 each time. So, and for example, when they bring on a diamond, they're going to get $200 every time. But here's the caveat to that. If you're already upgraded to a diamond pack and you're being paid at that diamond level, when it comes to your commissions, the nice thing is every time you bring on a diamond yourself, you're going to get a $500 bonus for every diamond that you bring on. And that's fantastic because there's a lot of people that come on at diamond or they upgrade to diamond. And that can add up really quick, guys, especially, there's people that come on right away, and then there's people that actually upgrade, and they might upgrade from gold to diamond. And so When that happens, of course, the customer is going to receive all of that additional product. But the brand partner is going to receive that difference in bonus. So if you've already received 100, you're going to get that other 400 in that scenario. So that's actually fantastic. And those two first ways, earning retail and wholesale commissions, and then earning your product introduction bonuses are two very good ways to earn, especially as you're getting out there and you're doing what Todd had just recommended, getting 20 on your left, 20 on your right. And you're going out and starting to make a lot of contacts. So you're going to find yourself making a lot of commissions. You're going to find yourself earning a good number of product introduction bonuses. And then, of course, there's the binary cycle. And if people were to talk about our compensation plan overall, from our industry standpoint, they would be talking about the fact that we have a binary plan, okay? And they would say it's a binary plan because this is where the majority of the income can be earned over time if you're truly building a business. And, so when Todd talked about manager and having 2 on your left, 2 on your right, the nice thing about that is you're only building 2 sides. You're building a left and a right. And so binary, that's 2, right? And so you're basically you're building 2 sides. There's always going to be one side that's probably larger than the other. It just always works out that way. And so I like to look at this as kind of like you're riding a bike. You've got 2 wheels. You got your front. If you got your front tire that's got 100% pressure in it and it's full, and then you've got your back tire that's not, it's going to be more of a struggle. Let's say you had no air in it. That's a struggle, but you can have 50% air in this thing and you're going to be maxing out the binary, which is really nice. So you need your lesser side to be at, half. If you have your lesser side being half of what the stronger side is, you're going to find yourself doing very well with this. And so specifically when you got what we call our power leg, for every $660 or 660 points of business volume, you're going to need 330 in what we call the profit leg or the lesser leg. So for every 660, you need 330. Every time that happens, you cycle a $50 bonus for yourself. Okay. So for example, $10,000 in the power leg would mean you need 5,000 on the other side. That would equate to 15 cycles, which would give you $750 for the week. And that, my friends, is how you can build a really significant business over time. And so that's fantastic. That was way number 3. Now, way number 4 is what we call our generation matching bonuses. This is when your team starts to catch fire and duplication. And you're going to see that so as I start bringing on brand partners that are starting to duplicate, and you're starting to see more people being filled in within your organization on that first level, I can actually receive a 25% matching bonus as they receive their own binary bonuses. And that's significant. So think about the fact that if they were earning $1,000 every week, think about that fact. So you got somebody on your front line that's earning $1,000 a week. Well, you would automatically get 25% of that, or 250 every week, because you're getting that piece of theirs. And then to go down to that next level down, you'd get 20% of that person if they're building it deep. And the third level, you get 20% of that person as they're building it deep. So you can imagine there's a level of duplication and multiplication that comes into play here, that when we talked about the binary, the maximum binary is $25,000 a week. And I didn't really go into that, but at the top level, you can earn $25,000 a week at the normal binary pay. And the fourth way, can actually dwarf that over time, which is hard to believe. But, it all starts somewhere. But I just want to let you know and paint some vision for you, because there are people in this company that have come on board, and literally within 14 months, they're earning $30,000 to $40,000 a week. And that is something that it might intimidate some people, but that absolutely inspires me and just sets my hair on fire, no pun intended. Okay. And then you've got the team schedule, guys. The team schedule is fantastic. And this is really kind of the whole, a good part of the point of this call, is because we want you all to be aware of what the team schedule is and the resources that you have, because you have incredible resources here. You have, and I'll just go over it quick. So you have product and opportunity webinars that you have at your fingertips every week, several times a week. You've got a Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday webinar at 9 p.m. Eastern at the website explorex39.com. It's always the same website. So every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern time, you have that. And then, of course, there's a West Coast webinar on Thursday at 8 p.m. Pacific time with Rich and Mia Finnegan. That's at the same site, explorex39.com. And then Saturday morning, there's a team training at 10 a.m. Eastern time. And, so you always have the ability to plug people into that's just our set schedule. There are other things that you can plug into and tap into over time, but this is the team schedule. So when you have somebody that, what if, you've got a number of people that you'd like to get tied into the system, this is exactly what you would do. I would take a picture of that and, and then you'll have the team schedule. You can forward it to them and you'll be able to duplicate this business pretty easily. And so at this point, I am going to actually introduce my friends, Rich and Mia, absolute dear friends. They've had exorbitant success in this industry and in the fitness industry. If you don't know Rich and Mia, I would highly recommend that you Google them. Mia was the first Ms. Fitness Olympia to ever win that contest, such a coveted contest. And of course, her and Rich have been fixtures in the fitness industry for, since as far as I know, since the 80s and 90s. So guys, I'm telling you, it's a real pleasure to be able to turn this over to Rich and Mia, dear friends and great champions in life.
Hey, Jason, great job. What you're saying
you.
is since you were in diapers, probably is what it was. But
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that, and Todd and Shan and Steve. We really, want to keep this super simple for you. And then one thing I want to do before I throw it to me is just say, to take so much pressure off, is know that you are not, and write this down, you're not in the convincing business, but you're just in the introduction, in the introducing business. And like Jason said, just you really want to funnel people to the meetings and the Zooms and things like that. And that's where all the heavy lifting is done. So you don't have to become an expert again. And then there's a couple things that you can share with some folks that Mia's going to take it. And then we'll throw to Steve and hear some great stories. So Mia, take it away and we'll wrap it up.
Absolutely. And one of our good friends too, has always talked about you're in business, for yourself, but not by yourself. So this entire team that you see right here, we're here to help you. Reach to us, reach to Steve and Yana and everything. Just so you know, we are here to help you. That's the beauty of this business. We just help you help others. We always say, help us help you help others. So this is something when you start sharing patches with people, this you can find that you're going to find this. And I'm going to show some MVP resources next, but you can find this on the app. It's called the InTouch app. So it's the Lifewave InTouch app that you can download. And this is going to be on there. So this is just a PDF file that you can send to people. And what it is a health tracker, because everybody has things that are going on in their system. And I have one right here, and I can kind of run down because this is a little small. Quality of sleep, mental clarity, energy, vitality. You fill it out and you track those results, because sometimes you forget how you feel until you're like, oh yeah, that's right, my elbow pain's gone. Oh yeah, I feel better. Oh my gosh, I'm sleeping better. So fill that out and share that with your customers and your brand partners to make sure. So we have really good before and after stories. And that's what we're going to be talking about after. So you can go ahead and move that, Todd. So this is something great too, for you to be able to help people come on board. This is on in the Build 331 website that Shannon had mentioned earlier. We also have the this is it team.com website that you can find this order form. You can download it and you can fill that out for them. So if they're not really computer savvy, you can just fill that out while they're on the phone, fill out all their information, and then you can go in and enroll them. It makes it a lot easier, especially if somebody, again, is not super savvy. So let's go ahead and move to that next one. And we have so much for you to plug into. So this little text reminder. So if you want to take a screenshot of this, you're going to text the word synergy in all capital letters to this phone number, 401-227-30 3010. And remember, once you do, you're going to get a text immediately back. If you don't, that means you didn't do it in caps. Okay. So if you get a text immediately back, you fill out the information. And what this does is get you set up for all of those reminders for what Jason just shared with you, all the webinars that we have each week on Tuesday, Thursday, and our team training on Saturday. So anytime, and then on Sunday as well, like there's going to be one at 9 o'clock tonight. You're going to get a little reminder that says, hey, we have a webinar coming up. Come on to it or invite people to it. So that's a great thing. So go ahead and screenshot that. And then we have some great MVP resources. So remember I was telling you about the app. That's the first thing here. You can download from the App Store. If you have an iPhone or if you have a Droid, you can download it from the Google Store. So download that, because when Shannon was saying, when you reach out to people, she said, you reach out to people in the beginning. What do you say? Okay, you say, whatever. What do you know about stem cells? But then when they say yes, they definitely would watch a video and they'd like to follow up. This is where you go to send the video from. You send the video from that, or right next to it, you see right here is the thisisit.info.com. You can say, hey, go to that website, check out the videos, and then let's follow up. And same thing that Shannon said, give them a time to follow up with you. You also have your website you can send them to. And then this team synergy. This is our team Facebook page that we have everybody being a part of. So Steve and Yana can introduce you to that page and invite you to that page. And then you can be a part of our big team. You can put questions in there. We celebrate people in there. So anyway, those are your MVP resources if you want to screenshot that as well. And then here they are right here as well. The thisitinfoteam.com, the This Is It info, the Team Synergy Facebook page, like I mentioned. And then also the This Is It. This is the larger team that we are a part of is called This Is It. So I think that's all I'm going to share. And then I'm going to throw it to Rich to, I think, introduce back to Steve about doing wins of the week.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for dialing in and focusing in. You'll learn it. You have a replay. You can go back and review it. But now what we want to do is Steve's going to have you come in and share basically where you're from, your name, and then we try to keep it to a minute so we can move through and hear from everyone who wants to share. Your quick testimonial about what happened with the products and how are you feeling?
Or even a business testimonial.
Or business if something happened there. So Steve, would you like to kick that off for us? That would be fantastic. Thank you everyone for sharing.
Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you guys sharing as well. Just amazing information there that everybody put out there. And so I want to thank each and every one of y'all. And I do not multitask. I'm trying to figure out how to do this here. All right. So anyway, well, we've had a lot of people join up while you guys were talking there. We went from 20 people to 38 people. So thank you everybody for joining in. And again, I want to thank Richard, Mia, his wife there, as well as Todd and Shannon, Jason, all for contributing there. Really, really appreciate that training. This is what we've been wanting to get you guys plugged into, is so that you can really, especially for those of you that are wanting to grow a business from this and wanting to learn how, this is one of the ways to do it. And the resources that they're giving you so you can get plugged into doing that, it's all there. You're able to see that, and we can share more with you. Now, what we're going to do is, as Richard was talking about, is doing the wins of the week. That's a catchphrase. I like that too. Todd and Shannon came up with that catchphrase there. So I'm going to start with my wife here first, and yeah, we're gonna restrict her. We're gonna give her a minute and a half instead of a minute. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna be in trouble. Okay, my wife Yana, go ahead, honey.
Well, hello everybody. This is Yana. I'm sorry my video does not work. I'm not with Steve right now. I will be on Wednesday joining him in Florida. I'm with my son Ethan. And I want to say that the best win of the week is me. It's me, because I did not have to go for ketamine since December. So there you go. It's December, January, and now February, no ketamine. So I'm not paying $350 per infusion. I feel great. My bad days are basically what was my best day before. That's my bad day now. Do you know what I mean? I just like, I have either very, very good day or I have like a bad day that used to be my best day before the patch. So I feel great. And then also my son wants to tell you something. Ethan, he is also in a business. He's here with me. And I am the win of the week here for him. Why?
I mean, yeah, technically you are, because you've had like no migraines,
Right.
pretty much.
He's basically amazed because I used to have migraine headaches all the time. And friends, I'm telling you from my heart, I don't have migraine headaches. It's February and I can't believe it. It's been 2 months, 8 weeks, no migraine headaches. And for me, this is major. Another win of the week would be my friend. It's Laurel with her autistic son. He's in his 30s and he was on a patch for about a month and a half, and he's nonverbal autistic and self-inflicting, self-injuring, and she informed me just about a week ago that he stopped injuring himself, he stopped biting himself, and his hands are finally healing up. And that is a major progress for that family, and it really deeply touched my heart. So that much for me for this week, and back to you, Steve.
All right. Thank you so much for those amazing, inspiring things there. Elizabeth, go ahead.
Okay, I got my audio, I guess. Can you hear me?
We hear you.
Okay, my question is, we know that a lot of the banking institutions are going towards digital, towards cashless. Is Lifewave gearing up to prepare for the eventuality?
I don't know the answer to that. Anybody want to deal with that? And what we're going to focus on, though, are actually testimonials on this particular meeting here.
Yeah. And we can follow up with you, Elizabeth. I actually don't know the answer to that. The only thing I do know is that they do accept PayPal right now, but not anything that you're talking about. So, but we can definitely, follow up with you on that for sure.
All right. Do we have any other testimonials? Anything people want to share? By the way, we do have people from all over the world here tonight. I did notice that because I saw Rika. Rika's in Japan. So thank you for joining, Rika. I guess it's probably about midday for you. And I'll throw one in while we're waiting on another hand. By the way, if you look down at the bottom there, you've got a little thing there somewhere. Let me see if I can find it there. Yeah, I got reactions there. There's like a little, somewhat of a smiley face on the bottom of your screen, and you can throw a hand up there. Go ahead, Lisa. You jump in there next.
Hi, everybody. Nice to meet everyone. So one of the things when Steve talked to me about this, that I was kind of desperate because my husband had a stroke and open heart surgery and was on life support for 3 months. And he was not doing well, not walking as well. His balance is still off. And I had reached out to Steve and said, things are not doing well. They're really going downhill. And I would like to try the life patch. I said, because nobody else in his neurology, nothing's working, nothing's helping. I've been taking him therapy the last 9 months, faithfully, physical therapy, nothing's working. So I was kind of desperate. And I said, Steve, I need help. So we got it. And one of the things that in November, he had a 70% blockage in his neck. They told me when he had open heart surgery, there was a risk. With the blood thinners, he could have another stroke. That increases it. But the other thing is the fact that he has, the blockages that puts him at high risk to have another stroke. So we knew that all this time, 70%. So they said, now that we've got him pretty much stable as far as they think, we're worried about putting him under, but we got to run another scan. So the doctor saw swelling in his leg and said, I don't like this immediately. This was just a couple weeks ago. I need you to go over and get a scan. So we go over there and get a scan, and he goes, I really don't like this leg at all. So the next day I came back and he said, I really don't know what to say to you, but there is no blockage at all. None. And he'd been on it, I can't remember, a couple weeks maybe. I'm not really sure the time frame. I didn't really care about time frame. I just couldn't believe. And they were like looking at me and I'm like, how can this be? Like I didn't even think about the patch at all, to be honest with you. I just said, but this is impossible. You just told me this in November. So of course I was so happy. And then I didn't really dawn on me until I talked to Steve and I said, oh my gosh. So his leg has never gotten better from the time he's had a stroke. It was once he got off the life support, he got the blood clot. It was huge. And he's got it broken up in a bunch of little pieces. Well, his leg looks amazing. Like amazing. Like I'm like, I can't even believe this, to be honest with you. I really can't wrap my head around how good he's doing. Well, he just had prostate surgery because he has a large prostate and he had a rough week this week. And I kind of wish I would have waited, but I know he's had difficulty urinating. I wish I would have waited to see what the patch could do more with more time, but we're here right now. We're doing good. But I said, I can't get over your leg. So I'm taking pictures. I'm taking a diary. And Steve knows I took a diary the whole time he was in the hospital because I knew he wasn't going to remember this. But I'm like, you will remember this because I'm the one that's here going through this right now, you know? So I'm really happy with everything, excited about what's happening in his. I can't wait to see what it's going to do with his brain. So I'm going this week to order blood work and a brain scan. I really want to see what his brain scan shows. I mean, because cognitively, I can't even begin to tell you how devastated it was and what he was doing because it was scaring me. So I decided that I was going to do it. So my biggest challenges is I've had chronic sinuses and I've also had chronic joint pain. No matter what I've ever done, doctors like, oh, you're just going to have this the rest of your life. Well, that's not an answer for me. I'm not that kind of a person. So yes, I've done things that have helped, but nothing like what the life patch has done for me. The first couple of weeks, I can tell you the mucus in my sinus, there was so much mucus and I'm like, why is this happening? Well, there's none. I can breathe clear back to my sinuses now. Like you would not, I've never been able to do that. And my joint pain, which I've had joint infusions, fusions done on my hands. I've had them done on my feet. And I need knee surgery, a joint replacement. Well, guess what, guys? I can go out there and run. I can actually run. So I'm telling you, I said, I may be out of breath. This old girl's out of breath, but she's going to make it somehow do this. So I was really skeptical. And Steve can tell you, I was really skeptical. Wasn't I, Steve? I was really like, because I've been in networking for many, many years. And I don't jump on board with anything like that. I just don't. It's just not me. I research, I do things, but I will have to tell you guys, I'm very impressed. Very impressed.
Yes.
So I'm very thankful. Steve and Jan are amazing, wonderful people, as you know. And I'm looking up to them. I always looked up to them, but even more because I know Steve's love for Glenn and where Glenn is going and how well he's doing. So I just thank you all. And Steve and Yana are amazing. So
thank you so much, Lisa. We appreciate that. That is absolutely amazing. And not only that, Lisa's also already moving along in business, had her first friend that saw this and came on board. Just amazing. And I know that Lisa, especially after the testimony that she has for her and her husband, I can tell you she's going to be a powerhouse. She's going to be a powerhouse because this is what's beautiful when you have a testimony like that, you just become like a magnet for other people, and other people want to jump on as well. So thank you, Lisa, for sharing that with us.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. That was amazing. Thank you. I'm so happy for you, sweetie.
Yes, yes. And oh, wow. And that sinus thing, because I know Lisa's had that sinus issue for a long, long time as well. Yet that is incredible.
So the people don't know they know I've had 39 surgeries done to my sinuses. So I don't have hardly any bone in there. So for this to really I can't even wait. Now, Dr. Dew is my favorite guy in the world because he was the only doctor that believed I had something wrong and he found MRSA in my sinuses. I went through a year of heavy duty treatments. So let me tell you, when I can't wait to see him and see the look on his face, when he looks inside my sinuses and sees everything's looking good, I'll let you guys know what he says.
Yes. Tape recording, Lisa.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, that is awesome. All right. Well, I've got another testimony that I'm going to share here. Go ahead, Yana.
I was clapping. You go ahead.
Oh, I thought that was you'd raised your hand. See, I can't see even the doggone thing there, but I'm going to get better with that too. We have an amazing testimony. Galen, are you in here somewhere, Doc? I know I've seen him pop in earlier. Where you at, Galen? Come on. I'm looking for Nick's cousin. I know he's on there somewhere. At least I thought he was. Let me just see.
Yeah, that's my uncle. Just for
There he is. There he is. Anyway, all right. Well, listen here. I want to share with you guys about Dr. Tesla here. We did an interview the other day. Amazing responses from the people. And I got a text tonight from Dr. Peter McCullough. Those of you that don't know Dr. Peter McCullough, he's become very famous heart surgeon, he's well, we'll just say anti. I don't want to, because of where this is going to be, I don't want to say too much there. Anyway, he had sent me he has done some type of a peer review study on his opinion about doing away with a certain item. And I won't mention that item as of right now because of where this video is going to be at. But he included me on there with several. In fact, I knew every one of the doctors that he included me in there on, but it included Dr. Mikovits, Dr. Judy Mikovits, that is, Dr. Oh gosh, if I tell you what, I'm getting to this for a reason there. So you just bear with me just 1 second there. Anyway, so on all the people on the text there, it was Dr. Ben Marble, Dr. Brian Artist, Dr. Ryan Cole, Dr. Tal Braun, and Dr. Mikovits. Me and my wife have interviewed every one of these doctors at one point in time before, except Dr. Braun, Tal Braun. Actually, Dr. Brian Artist had me on his program one time with him. Anyway, we were all on this same text about this article that we wrote there. So what I did, I got a little clever. I sent him back. I congratulated him on it, told him, so look, if you'd like, I'll bring on an interview. We'll get this out to the world. But I included the interview I did with Dr. Tesla back to him because we went into that very subject to try to calm the fears of the people about X39. And so we did that, and I threw that out there so they could see. And at the very end, of course, Dr. Tesla brings out X39. So I wanted to share that because to me, that's going to be a win because we're going to bring some of these guys on board and have them stand behind this product. Anyway, anybody else out there, because we're running out of time here, and I don't want to miss somebody else. Listen, if you don't know how to raise your hand, you want to unmute yourself and just jump in there, share how you're coming along with business or in a testimony, just let us know. All right, Elizabeth.
Hi, Steve.
Yeah.
My name's James Lyon. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh,
Hey, I
well.
just want to say how much I appreciate you, Steve. Last few years I've been listening to you on YouTube, and you're so
Yeah.
thank you. I just started the Lifewave yesterday. I can't remember how long, 1 to 2 days a week probably. And anyway, thank you guys, and look to hearing more and learning lots more. I got a lot to learn on it, and so just real quick, wanted to say thank you and God bless each one of you. You're doing a great work, so thank you.
Thank you, James, very much. Did you guys catch everything? I was having a little difficult time on my end there, but we got the recording of it, so that's the important part there. Okay, Elizabeth, go ahead.
Sorry, Steve. I'm traveling, so I may have cut out. But anyways, just what a blessing, and thank you very much.
You're so welcome, James. Thank you. We appreciate it. Okay, Elizabeth.
Yeah, my question, when you show the thing about the silver and bronze and all that, is that a one-time payment, or is that amount that's shown there, is that something that a person has to pay monthly, yearly?
One time only. One time only. All right. Anybody else with testimony or anything that we could share? I don't see anybody else. So anyway, listen, I'm going to throw it back to Todd and Shannon. We'll close it out for tonight. And we want to thank
Actually,
everybody
Steve,
for joining on. Yeah.
Steve, I think Denise.
Oh, Dr. Darnell. Go ahead, Dr. Darnell.
Good evening, everybody. I'm just not in a position to turn on my camera right now.
That's okay.
I just want to say thank you to Steve and Yana for introducing me to this phenomenal program. I was at church today and I found out that our secretary said that everybody in our church needs to be on this after I shared it with her and her husband. Her husband came on one of our Zooms earlier in January. So I am going to have a live seminar here in our area in our fellowship hall and invite a couple of other churches to join in with us. So I saw yesterday at 1:00 the Zoom with the This Is It team, and they were talking about how they gave live presentations with people and how successful that was. So now that we can have gatherings together, I'm going to take advantage of it. So thank you so much, Steve and Yana.
You're so welcome. Thank you, Sister Darnell, for sharing that with us as well. So, all right there. Am I missing anybody? I got Yana. Go ahead. Are you, or she might be clapping again.
She's clapping.
Okay. Great.
Steve, that's fantastic. That's great to see that success where, she's going to do a presentation. And this is what we want to transition into wrapping this up, is to let everyone know that use us as a resource. Use the webinars. We have a slide deck that you can use to do that. So you're not going at it alone, and you can plug people into the weekly Zooms, like Jason just broke away and he's doing a Zoom now tonight. And at explorex39.com. And that's really one of the big emphasis tonight, Steve, we spoke about, is to get everyone plugged into that, know that we have the resources. So I can throw to Shannon, and then I know Elizabeth has her hand up. We can wrap that up and we'll call it a night. Yeah. Shannon, do you want to take that last question and then we'll wrap it up?
I'm not sure if Elizabeth, do you have another question, or she may have not just taking her hand down, possibly.
No, I just wanted to make a comment. For anyone who was in the Zoom last night who might be interested in iConnect FX, or even in learning how to do the translations, or want any help with website, I am available to coach people if they want any assistance in those areas, because I've been basically doing the translations for Steve on iConnect, so I'm familiar with it. It's something that a person would need to learn if they want to be able to gain a global audience in that. So I just wanted to throw that out there, that if anyone, would like assistance, that they can contact me through Steve, or even like Shannon, she's got my contact. So
thank you, Elizabeth.
all right, thank you.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. And just to wrap this up,
oh,
there's another one, Matthew.
Yeah, you have a question, Matthew, or you have a win of the week?
Yeah.
You just have to unmute your.
He's muted. Yeah.
There he is. Just need to unmute.
There you go.
I'm covering my mouth because I had surgery on my mouth. I lost all of my teeth because of a bad bone infection that I had. They had to rebuild my mouth. So anyway, these products are amazing, and it would take too long to share everything. But I'm very interested in getting together with that lady that was just talking. I went out and shared today with 2 people. Excuse me?
We'll get you guys hooked up, Matthew.
Oh, good. That's great. I went out and shared with 2 people today. One that's on hospice, it's a neighbor that I've been praying for and ministering to. And she was ready to die and go on to, well, they just kill people on this Oregon thing they got. It's a horrible thing. They're just putting people down like animals. I just in my spirit, I rose up and I went to battle for her in prayer and convinced her that what was happening was demonic and that she needed to rise above it in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. So I've got her on it now. And my brother, I told him about it today, and he really was very interested in it. So I'm making that effort to talk about it. There's been a lot of things that have happened to me that would take too long to go into it. I don't want to tie up the Zoom meeting, but anyway, praise God. Praise God for his faithfulness in our lives. Praise God that he raises us up from our deathbeds. Praise God for all that he has done.
Amen.
Thank you, Matt.
That's all I got to say.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Matt.
All right. You bet.
That's amazing.
Well,
all
amen to
right.
that.
Well, thank you guys. Go ahead.
Yeah, with that, Steve, thank you so much for having us on tonight. Thank you to all of the people that jumped on. Thank you for sharing your stories, for those of you that shared. And, you know, we're really the messengers of hope here with Lifewave. We have on our hands something that absolutely changes lives. And so we just encourage you all to step a little bit outside of that comfort zone and share what we have on our hands, because we know that this is absolutely going to change the world.
Yep, sure is. And you know, I want to thank Jason Miller as well, who I had to jump on because that Zoom is starting here in about 4 minutes. And we want to thank Rich and Mia for just being awesome and who introduced us to this 8 months ago, and we're forever grateful. And Steve, you and Jan are just amazing, and you're just leading, you know, such a phenomenal group. I mean, in such a short amount of time. To think you guys just came on board around Thanksgiving. You're just you guys are just magical, you know, what you're doing. So thank you. It's such a blessing to everyone. And you know, like we've said, I mean, you have Yana and Steve at your disposal to help you build your businesses. You also have all of us as well. You know, I mean, we could text Rich and Mia, who are, you know, 3 hours behind us any time of the day. They're there to help. Jason Miller lives 40 minutes from me, so if I have to, I just drive to his house. But and then Andy Hosier as well, you know, who sponsored Rich and Mia. So you have so many people here to help you along the way. And any questions come up, reach out to us directly. Anything we can do to help you, we're always here for you.
Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome, and y'all have made life much easier for us along the way. So, and thank you everybody for being in here tonight, because we do realize the one advantage we've had is that we were able to help so many people, to see so many lives transformed around the world. And that is a real blessing in itself. So thank you guys. We're going to close it out for tonight. And truly, we've got people from coast to coast here tonight and all over the world. So I figure we have some of our people from England and even Australia as well, but I don't know who's who when I just see different little things on there. But thank you all for being here tonight. God bless y'all. And we'll put this, by the way, Banoon X39 YouTube. Look it up. That's where it'll be at. It'll also be on the Banoon X39 Facebook page as well. I'll get that placed in there for you guys so you can go back and review it and learn and duplicate. Because believe me, it's not just a matter of duplication. You're helping somebody along the way. Thank you and good evening.
Night all.
Good night.